Hey parents, if you're looking for ways to help your child maximize their marks for the upcoming English exams, you are in for a real treat.
Hey, not this trip, Mr. Derek. Now, the tricks are the tips that we are about to share with you that will help your child study for English more effectively. Every year during the lead up to the exam period, we receive many messages from parents asking us for tips to score higher marks for English. And what we usually tell them is that English is a skills-based subject.
As we all know, skills are acquired and developed over time, not overnight. So consistent effort regularly applied over a period of time is much more beneficial for your child than a last-minute sprint or scramble. Thankfully, with the powerful tips that we are about to share with you, your child can score that few extra marks to achieve a breakthrough in their grades.
In this video, Teacher Derek and I will be going through a few examples of Paper 1 questions that your child could face this year. And we will share with you the key tips that our EduEdge students apply to get an edge over the rest of the competition in their examinations and score at least 3 to 5 more marks overall.
Yep, before we begin, remember to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You know that you don't want to miss out on all the proven strategies and tips plus interesting content that we'll be sharing with you in the upcoming weeks.
Let's start off with our top tips to improve for PSLE English Paper 1 continuous writing. Your writing is out of point. Now, this is a dreaded feedback that no parent wants to see when reading their child's essays, and rightly so. Bear in mind that content takes up half of the total marks for continuous writing, 20 out of 40. It is absolutely crucial that your child avoids this deadly mistake. So where should your child start to overcome their challenge of writing out of point? To get to the root of the problem, we have to start all the way from the beginning, which is the analysis of the question and the pictures. We must first understand one important point, which is that sometimes less is more. We have many students who have shared with us that they have been told to use 2 or even all 3 pictures when developing their storyline. The truth is that the pictures in the continuous writing task are not clearly linked, which means that if we try to brute force our way and link 2 or even all 3 pictures together, we may end up with a storyline that is not logical and not realistic. Besides, your child will end up spending precious time trying to connect the pictures into a proper storyline, time which can otherwise be used more efficiently to plan a fully developed storyline with effective writing techniques. Now let's take a look at the PSLE 2021 continuous writing question on a promise. Note that 3 pictures are given: a student doing homework, a watch, and a burger. Now indeed, we can try to combine the 3 pictures together to form a storyline like this. A child was doing her homework. She forgot the time and looked at her watch. She forgot that she had promised her friend that she would buy her a burger. Sounds good initially, doesn't it? However, if you go deeper, you realize that there are some serious issues. Firstly, we are actually forcing the reason why the promise was broken, which was that the main character was doing her homework. Now, in fact, there could have been many other valid reasons why the promise was broken. Perhaps the main character simply had the personality of being absent-minded, or she's someone who did not bother following through with her actions or words. At the same time, by using the image of a burger, we are actually again forced to consider why the main character would buy her friend a burger. Because of this, we need to spend more time thinking of a logical reason. Something like, perhaps the person who achieved a lower score for a test had to buy the other person a burger. So far, did you realize that we have actually spent a lot of time and mental effort to try to link all the 3 pictures together? And this is done when we have a cool head. Now imagine the stress and anxiety your child will experience during the exams under time conditions. Very often, students aren't able to think logically and clearly. Now the fact of the matter is that we don't get more marks by using all 3 pictures. Therefore, parents, share this very important tip with your child. Keep it simple. Only choose 1 picture when planning the storyline.
Now, if your child is at the secondary level, one of the Paper 1 components they will have to tackle is situational writing. This is where they are given a situational task or scenario and they are required to craft an appropriate piece of writing based on the scenario, which can be a letter, email, proposal, speech, or even a feature article. And here's the thing, while the task or format may differ, something all students need to do is to come up with well-developed paragraphs by justifying their ideas fully. Your child may have probably been taught to ask the 5WH questions to help them develop paragraphs, but did you know that's not the only way to support their ideas? Here's one really powerful technique that your child probably doesn't know because they have not been taught. Besides asking questions, they need to form their own opinions. If we take a look at the Cambridge marking rubric, we can see that in order to score well for task fulfillment or content, students need to use justified opinions to support their ideas. Now, that sounds a bit chim or complicated. Let us break it down for you. Sharing an opinion simply means sharing our thoughts and feelings about a particular subject. Now, we can do that to convey our confidence in the ideas that we are presenting. Here's an example. For this task, we need to suggest a few activities for Secondary 3 students. Now, let's say we propose the Summer Adventure Camp. After elaborating on what, why and how, it would be wise for us to insert opinions to convey how we feel. Now, instead of using the very conventional peel structure, thus we should have a summer adventure camp. We can actually phrase it using these specific phrases: I believe, or I feel, or I know. So we can perhaps write, I believe that students will enjoy themselves and learn at the summer adventure camp. Finally, here's a bonus tip for you and your child. We can make our opinions even stronger by adding in what we call intensifiers. Now, these are usually adjectives like definitely, surely, extremely, wholeheartedly, firmly, fully, completely, and so on. Now, if we apply this to our opinions, we have a sentence like this. I firmly believe that students will definitely enjoy themselves and learn at the summer adventure camp. Now, parents and students, can you see the vast difference between these two statements? Without opinion, thus we should have a summer adventure camp. With opinion and intensifier, I firmly believe that students will definitely enjoy themselves and learn at the summer adventure camp. Applying a link in the traditional peel structure to the main point is okay, but it's nothing special. And the thing is, all of your child's classmates already know this structure. But with opinions and intensifiers, our tone sounds much more confident and convincing. Now, these techniques are also versatile, meaning that your child can apply them in any task or format, even a speech. Here's one last example. So let's say we are writing a speech about encouraging residents to save water. Observe how strong opinions and intensifiers make a huge difference in how convincing or persuasive the speaker sounds. Without opinion, hence, taking shorter showers can help us save water. With opinion and intensifier, I am extremely confident that if all of us take shorter showers, we will surely be playing our part in helping to save water. And as promised, these are tips that can be instantly applied by your child. Just show them this video and get them to take note of these power phrases and structures, and they'll be on track to improve quickly by 3 to 5 marks just by applying this tip. It's that easy.
Parents, Teacher Derek and I are positively sure that you have found these tips useful. Share these tips with your child so that they can start applying them and score more marks in the upcoming exam or weighted assessment.
Yep, that's right. So before we end the video, we'd like to remind you again that English is still a skills-based subject. So even though the tips Teacher Min Xuan and I shared with you are definitely going to be useful and helpful for your child and help them to score a few more marks, there's so much more to English language mastery than what we have shared with you today. To truly push into the top grade band for English, your child needs to develop the right skills. We cannot recommend always relying on last-minute revision or tips and expect your child to do well in the English language.
To apply an analogy, that's kind of like a person asking for tips on how to run a marathon or long distance when they have not even trained regularly to improve their stamina. There's only so much you can do without proper practice or training.
Now, this sounds like the situation your child is in. They've been stuck at the same borderline grades for a really long time. They don't know their weaknesses or how to overcome their challenges, or perhaps their current learning arrangement is not helping them improve.
Give us a call or drop us a WhatsApp message to arrange a diagnostic consultation or assessment with our language specialist today to see if we are a right fit for each other. In this 60-minute private and personalized consult session, we will analyze your child's exam papers, or administer a short test to pinpoint your child's exact strengths and weaknesses. Then together with you, we will design a game plan to carefully map out how to help your child strengthen their command of the English language.
Remember to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more helpful videos in the future. This is Teacher Min Xuan and Teacher Derek from EduEdge signing off for today.